No one brings to life the decadence, the deceit, and the dollars in Hollywood quite like Jackie Collins. I cannot wait to read this book. 200 million copies of her 21 steamy books have flown off the shelves. I've read each and every one. And her latest, Hollywood Wives, The New Generation, takes us on an all-new romp through the bedrooms and the boardrooms of the rich, the rowdy, and the famous, and the fabulous. Please welcome back to The View, Jackie Collins.
You.
Nice to meet you.
Nice Jackie.
I have to tell you, you had to come and show off.
Well,
put the camera on
Is
Jackie.
it real?
Is it real?
Real. Yes.
Uncle Harry Winston, right?
There's 2 security guards in the back.
She has 2 bodyguards with her.
Yeah.
And the producers are wondering, are they worried that you're going to run off with the jewelry or someone's going to steal it?
I was standing at the backstage and I thought, this is my opportunity to run. The bodyguards are on the set. I'm going. I'm out of here.
And the bodyguards are still, they out on our set, literally. This is where we do the show. They're not in the back, in the booth, in the corner.
I wanted everybody to see this is $10 million worth of necklace and earrings from Harry Winston.
You know, that was a good tax rebate.
This is
wasn't it? Now that's what I call a tax rebate.
This is a Hollywood Wives thing, and I wanted your audience to be able to enjoy it too, and they were kind enough to lend it to me. But believe me, when I walk off here today, they'll rip it off me so quickly and take it away. But this is this yellow diamond here is 82 carats. Just that wild. Just this is
and the
82
ring,
carats.
too. You have this here.
Well, that's mine, honey. So.
Yeah, 21 million.
And 135 carats is the necklace, and 42 carats is the earrings.
Whoa.
So
Hollywood wife, you.
For everybody to take a look at this, huh? You want it, don't you, Star? You really
I'm
want
ripping
it.
it right off your neck. You have to let me borrow it at
So
least.
anyway, this is kind of normal jewelry that the Hollywood wives wear when they have a little event, a little party in Hollywood.
Just a few carats.
Yes, you know, just a little few carats.
Have Hollywood Wives really changed that much? Because I looked at the numbers. It's been 20 years since the original Hollywood Wives, right?
A little less than that, but they have changed considerably, Star. You know, they used to be behind the husbands, and they were kind of pushing the husband forward and having little dinner parties and that. Now they're right up front. And I like it, actually. I think it's great. They're right there next to the husband. They're saying, okay, you're a movie star. I want to be a movie star.
Like who?
You have a
Who's
production
famous like
company.
that?
Oh, you always want names, don't you? And she thinks I'm going to give them to her.
And you
but
always
I'm
base
not.
them on real
Just
people, all
I
your
do.
characters.
Just a
so
hint.
who
But that's
are
the
they?
fun for my readers, because when the reader picks up, you know, Hollywood Wives, they're going to go, now, who is this character? Is it Lissa Roman, this beautiful 40-year-old movie star whose husband is cheating on
Sharon
her
Stone.
because he's 10 years younger than her?
Not that he's
You
cheating
don't
on her.
know.
I don't know about that part, but
Well,
she is a beautiful 40-year-old.
Yeah, and
isn't
she's,
she?
she's had a few husbands, but she's a nice character, but she's a very famous woman.
Yeah.
And as all you famous women know, it's kind of difficult to have a very reasonable relationship with a man if you're very famous, because sometimes that gets in the way and they get a little jealous. Oh, look, she looks so surprised.
So is it Sharon Stone or isn't it?
No.
No, no.
Sharon.
It's a little bit of, no, I can't say.
So you're not
My
going
lips are sealed.
You're not going to tell us who any of them
I'm
are.
not going to tell
Not
you
a
who
hint.
they are.
All
No,
right.
not a hint, not a
Okay,
hint.
well, you've been called
But,
the
yes.
biggest snoop in Hollywood.
Biggest snoop. That's a new one.
Affectionately coined.
Affectionately,
But
yeah.
how do you find out all of this information about all of these relationships?
It's so interesting because people tell me everything. They really do, and I'm amazed. I'll be sitting at a dinner party, you know, and this guy will be telling me about his adventures on a movie that he just made, and the director will be telling me things, and they'll all tell me this stuff, and I think, don't they know I'm going to write about it?
That's the point.
I'm going to reveal the truth.
They want, because you protect people, you don't use names.
You're right.
And they'll get to see themselves in the book. I think they do it
And
all
And they're
like
calling
that.
you a snoop,
They like
but they
that.
basically want you to be
And
a
they
snoop.
want to tell me things. They're always, you know, revealing these
But do
little
any of these
juicy
people ever
pieces
come
of
back and they're
information.
mad at you?
I
Because
don't know. You know, sometimes, well, the original Hollywood Wives, they still don't like it, the Hollywood Wives. They don't like that I've written a book called Hollywood Wives, The New Generation, because there was this big lunch that a magazine had for me, and some of the wives weren't allowed to come because the husband said, no, we don't want you to go to that lunch because we don't think it's a good idea. They don't know what's in the book because the book came out yesterday. Nobody knows what's in the book except the people who've read it today.
Right.
And yet they're still nervous. She's going to reveal our secrets. You know, they think I'm somewhat outrageous and outspoken, and I'm a little eccentric. Like you, dear. I know. Sweet. You like to be eccentric.
Why do you think I adore you so much?
We like that.
You. I'm going back to this quote because it plays off something you said earlier. Relationships in Hollywood are never easy, especially if two movie stars meet, mate, and marry.
Yeah.
A deadly combination.
It is a deadly combination, and I think it's been proved to us recently by some of the big breakups, you know, Kim and Alec and Nicole and Tom, and you've got to say to yourself, these two people are exposed to the most attractive people in the world all the time. They're on location with some gorgeous other actor, and if the wife or husband isn't around, you know, 6 weeks later, you're on this exotic location, you're doing love scenes every night, you all hang out at the bar.
What about the Newmans, though? I mean, they've stayed together.
They've stayed together. He's a very special man, Paul Newman, and Joanna is too. I've known them for so many years, and they're just a great couple. You know, he made that famous quote, if you've got steak at home, why go out for hamburger?
Yeah, right.
I love that quote, don't you?
And then he put it in a can.
They put it in a can.
Newman's on the
Yeah, he's really
I read that you said, did you say this? That you think that your own autobiography would be as hot and shocking as any of your novels.
Well, I was a wild child between the ages of 13 and 17 when I got married for the first time, but I was a really wild child. If it was today, I don't think I'd be around to tell the story.
13 and 17.
I think, then I had a great marriage, and like Meredith, you look out of your marriage and you say, no, I don't want to do that because I've already done it. So I think it's very important, and I try to give this message in my books to women. I try to empower women in my books. Okay, my books are sexy and raunchy and fun, but I want to empower women. I want to say to them, if you're not married, you can do whatever you want, like Nikki in the new book, who is 19 and is engaged to this very serious filmmaker, but she's got her eye on the bad boy brother. I bet you like bad boys. You just got that look. She does. She likes bad boys. And girls should do anything they want to do before they get married. And to me, the most attractive thing about a man is fidelity. If you can find a man who has that, honey, you got everything.
So true.
And wears condoms.
And wears condoms. But you know, it's interesting. I wrote a book called American Star about 5 years ago, and I put a message in the front of the book. There is a lot of unprotected sex in this book, but be smart, wear a condom.
While you read it? Wear a condom just to read the book.
Well, you see, people used to call...
pushing it, but I would go along with that.
People used to call my book safe sex. We're going to have some safe sex now. We'll read a Jackie Collins as opposed to phone sex.
Yes. No.
So that was kind of...
But I think of your book, they are drenched in sex, but you say you're just fulfilling people's fantasies. You care to elaborate on
I
that?
was staying this week in a friend's apartment who happened to have their television tuned to a porno station. And I'm trying to get off this porno station, and I'm thinking, I just don't believe this. And then I turned on Sex and the City, and I go, why am I always criticized for writing so much sex? But there's more going on around me. And I think I write erotic sex, you know? I think it turns people on as opposed to turns them off.
Yeah.
And I think that's what my readers like, and that's why they've been reading me for all these years.
Books are always dangerous, all throughout society, you know.
Why do you think they're dangerous?
I don't know, because people who read, I guess, are very sexy.
Ooh, I like that one. You want to bring, yes.
Well, I'm telling you right now, this is summer reading for me, and I need some more Lucky. You know how I am about
Lucky is coming back. She's coming back. I'm writing a book called, Lethal Seduction is out in paperback,
Right.
and that's about Madison. Madison's coming back in the next book, and then after that, it's another Lucky book.
That's
Deadly Embrace.
That's my
having you
girl.
here.
Yes.
Our thanks to Jackie Collins.
Well, it's great to be here.
You guys are so lucky in our audience. Everyone is getting a copy of the brand new book.
Yeah.
Hollywood Wives, The New Generation. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Great.
Top Princess Men.